Hey guys, it's me and Will here today doing our Do Your Devotions for today, Wednesday. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going ice skating, meeting here at the church at 9 a.m. So make sure you're here, bring $10 for ice skating and money for food. We're going to jump into 1 Samuel chapter 14 today. 1 Samuel chapter 14 is a really big chapter, it has 52 verses, but I'm only going to pull out a little section at the beginning in verses 6 to about 14. So I want to read over verses 6 through 14 real quick, and then I'll share with you what I got out of it. After I share that with you, then I'll let you read the rest of the passage and type what you get out of the passage for your comments below. Start reading with me in verse 6, and we're keeping Mr. Will here occupied with a Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. All right. Okay. Sorry. All right. Verse 6 says this. Ready? 1 Samuel 14 is the New King James Version. Verse 6 says, Then Jonathan said to the young man who bore his armor, Come, let us go over to the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that the Lord will work for us, for nothing restrains the Lord from saving, whether it be by many or by few. I love this passage because they're about to go and they're about to fight some of these people. They don't know how many people are there, but Jonathan knows that, hey, you know what, if God wants us to fight, I'm going to do this quick little test that we're going to read about in a second, and if God wants us to win, then we will win. It doesn't matter if we have 100 people. It doesn't matter if we have one person. We will get the victory. That's why it doesn't matter how many people are on what side. It doesn't matter, well, nobody's living for the Lord. It doesn't matter. Only what matters is if you are, because if you are doing your part, it doesn't matter how many people are doing it. God can get the victory with just one. And so we see in this passage, I'm going to keep reading. Verse 7 says, So his armor bearers said to him, Do all that's in your heart, Jonathan. Go then, here I am with you, according to your heart. So in other words, Jonathan, whatever you say, I'll be right there. I'll get your back. I'll do whatever you want to do. Then we see next it says, Then Jonathan said, Very well, let us cross over to these men, and we will show ourselves to them. Let's walk right up to them. We'll show ourselves to them, and if they say to us, Wait there until we come to you. If they say, we're going to come to you, then we're going to book it. We're going to get out of there, because that means that we are not going to win. But listen to the rest of this. But if they say, thus, come up to us, then we will go up. If they say, come to us, then we'll go up. For the Lord has delivered them into our hand, and this will be a sign unto us. So in other words, Jonathan's standing there, and he says, if the men tell us to come to them, then God is giving us the victory. If the men say that they're going to come to us, then we need to get out of there because God is not going to give us the victory. And so they go through this, and you see what happens. I love this. Verse 11 says this. So both of them showed themselves to the garrison of the Philistines, and the Philistines said, Look, the Hebrews are coming out of the holes where they've been hiding. Verse 12 says, Then the men of the garrison called to Jonathan and his armor-bearer and said, Hey, come over here. What does that mean? They said, hey, come over here, and we've got something to show you. It literally says, we will show you a thing. I'm not sure if that's trash talk there or whatever, but they say, hey, shh. They say, hey, come to us. All right, Will, don't move with the camera. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. They say, Will. They don't say Will. Sorry. Okay, they say, hey, come over to us, because we've got something we want to show you. And they're sitting there like, okay, this means God's going to give us the victory. So these two young men go up to fight this troop of warriors. And let's see what happens. It says in verse 13, And Jonathan climbed up on his hands and knees, and his armor-bearer after him, and they fell before Jonathan. All the people just like fell down before him. And listen what it says literally. And as he came after him, his armor-bearer killed them. Verse 14, the first slaughter with Jonathan and his armor-bearer made was about 20 men within a half an acre. Okay, half an acre. That's your house and your yard and your neighbor's house and their yard. That's half an acre. So in that small area of land, Jonathan and his armor-bearer, 2 people against 20, and Jonathan's running through there with his sword, and they're taking these people out. And it's just amazing. You can imagine the image there, but what stands out to me the most is this. When he says that one line, ready, right here, For nothing restrains the Lord from saving by many or by few. Here's the point of that. You know what? God is going to have the victory, period. God's going to win in the end. In the end, God's going to win. I should be a rapper. Okay. God is going to win. And you know what? If God is going to win, it doesn't matter if he has a lot of people on his side or it doesn't matter if he has one person on his side. He's going to win. So if I told you, you have an opportunity to win if you want to get on the right winning team, what are you going to do? Say, well, I'm the only one on his team. It doesn't matter if you're the only one on his team because he is still going to win. He's not restrained by the lack of people. He is going to get victory regardless. The question is, will you be with him when he gets victory, or will you be against him? I hope you're on his team. I know I'm going to be on his team, so let's be on his team together. DoYourDevotions.com. Read the rest of the passage. There's some good stuff in this passage. There's a lot of funny stuff where the dad says, hey, nobody eat, and Jonathan didn't realize that he said that, so he's eating, and you see all the consequences of that. It's pretty interesting. Read the rest of the passage. Write your thoughts below. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you, Victoria, and thank you, Emily, for being so faithful. Talk to you guys later. Bye.